Hey everybody, it's me, Tatiana from When She Leads. Welcome to my channel. If you did not do it previously, please click subscribe button. So, mom care, cooking. So click subscribe button so that you can be notified each week when your video is on. This week, I talk about 3 things I wish I knew when I became mompreneur, and that are deeply related to self-care. But wait, what the heck is mompreneur? So that is, when you are entrepreneur and suddenly you have a baby and a telephone in your hand whole day. You remember those days? Or when you are breastfeeding and sitting in front of the computer and finishing final report for the project you're working on, guilty of it. Or when you're mom and you started your own business, you just wanted to start something on your own. You want to have freedom and you want to have independency, and you don't want to have some boss above you who will tell you when you should come to work or what you should do. So figuratively, mompreneur is every situation that connects you being a mom and entrepreneur at the same time. Like, zrrr, hey mom, can I go to friend after school? Yes, you can. After 5 minutes. Hey mom, can we go out to play after we finish homework at my friend's house? Yes, you can. So all these small and big interruptions that are making our lives as mompreneurs a little bit crazy, but also a little bit fun. You can relate to that, I'm sure. So now, when we know what the mompreneur means, let me talk a little bit um, about how I became mompreneur. So I started my first company. Eventually, this is my second company. I started my first company in 2007 in Serbia. If you don't know where it is, Google it. It's in Balkans in Europe. So in Serbia with 3 of my friends. So it was 2007. In 2008, I moved to Montenegro. It's nearby country where we share the border, and I stayed there with my husband by 2010, working remotely for my company with my business partners. In between those two, so 2008 and 2010, I became mompreneur. In 2009, I became mompreneur. I gave birth to my beautiful daughter Dasha, and everything changed. Everything. So all of our friends were telling us, when a child comes, everything will change. And they were completely right. So everything changed. So that's my starting point when I realized that um, motherhood and entrepreneurship has have their challenges, both of them, and these are the 3 things I wish I knew those back in 2009, 2010, in my first year of being mompreneur. And I want to share it with you. So if you are a new mom and you are an entrepreneur, or you want to start your entrepreneurial journey, I just want to share this with you and help you overcome all the obstacles that those first years are bringing. So my first lesson learned is that it will be hard to manage it all, so don't even try. You really need to give up certain expectations of yourself. because my company just started, so we were 2 years in a business, and I was responsible, and I there was four of us there, so we needed to maintain communication. I wanted immediately to keep up with weekly meetings and emails and work and everything. And even though none of my colleagues asked me that or expected that from me, I just wanted that. I just didn't want to be excluded, and they wanted best for me. They wanted me to enjoy motherhood as accustom and adjust to baby and new life and everything around what's happening with your body. And none of my colleagues asked me that, or they expected it from me. But it was so hard being excluded from work, and it really took me a couple of months to accustom to my new role of being mom and entrepreneur or mompreneur. And I really consider that, for example, a me time is when I'm working because I'm not with a baby. So it was a strange feeling around what I am supposed to do and how I feel inside, because I really wanted to work. I love my work. But on fourth month after my daughter was born, I really had a nervous breakdown, and it was such a important moment in my life, that shaped everything after that. So my breakdown is my lesson number 2, which is you need to lead some very stupid but important love conversations with your partner, who be husband, whoever. So this is what how breakdown came down came breakdown came down my nervous breakdown happened. So she was around 4 or 5 months old, and she had really bad day. She didn't want to sleep whole night, and then she didn't want to sleep whole day. She was sleeping, but like nap 15 minutes and then wake up, and then nap 15 minutes and then wake up. And I took over one project, which was it was not demanding, but it required me to produce some data analysis in a short period of time. So I was like, I love that data analysis. I love statistics at that time. So I said, okay, it will be easier. She usually sleeps 2 to 3 hours in the morning, and then 2 to 3 hours in the afternoon. So I will finish it on that day. The thing what happened is that I didn't do any preparation for that, because I counted on these 6 hours. She didn't want to sleep, and above all, my husband, um, usually he returns home around 6 p.m., but this day his boss decided to take them to some dinner, so he came around 12 in the night. So whole day was complete mess. I was exhausted, I was tired, I was angry, I was I couldn't finish my work. She didn't want to sleep. She was also feeling my, as we now know, she was feeling my how to say it, my neurosis and my anxiety. So what happened was that my husband came to home, and I started yelling at him, you should come home. Do you really think that I enjoy being mother all day? Do you think I enjoy that I'm all whole day I'm just saying gigi goo 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 gaga ga? Exactly like that. And he was standing on the door. He was like just standing, saying nothing. He was shocked. I was crying. I was shaking. Um, Baby, my daughter woke up obviously, so I took her and I put it in his arms, and I said, "Take her. I need to work." So I was really, really, really stressed out. And I was stressed out because I put so much pressure on myself, but also I expected that every day is going to be the same. And I expected that every day I can count on certain hours, which is not the situation. And above all, I didn't share my feelings and my anxiety around being mom whole day, which I was not before, with him. We didn't talk about it. I talk what was happening during the day. I talk about daughter when he comes home. He's really uh, truly a partner, meaning that he also changes diapers and he's taking bath of her, and he's taking her into walk. That was only one day, but it was some of the days I didn't spoke to him. So he took her, he made her calm, he put her in a, how to call, in a cot, in a where she was sleeping. And it's not a cot, what's the English word, it doesn't matter, where baby is sleeping. And then he just hugged me strongly, and he said, I'm here, and I will be here, and I will not let you down. So it was really nice moment, and it was really a moment that I needed. But also after that, not that night because it was too much. But after that, we really talk about how I'm going, what's going inside me, how that do I feel, why do I feel like I'm in a prison. So lots of feelings that you have when you become mother, that nobody's speaking about. And then we maintained this communication, even with our daughter, and then with our second child. So my second lesson learned is that you really need to lead this stupid, it doesn't matter, it's not, for me it's not stupid, but people call that stupid talks. It's not stupid talk, it's important love talk with your partner or a family member, or with whomever you're living with. Or if you're a single mom, to find a friend or support group, or you can even use the social networks and talk about how do you feel. Don't keep it inside, because you can come to this nervous breakdown as I did. So that was the second. And then the third is that mompreneurship can be a really lonely place. So if you're working online, or like I'm doing now, or from another country, entrepreneurship itself is really lonely place. I didn't have time for friends like before, because every minute that I have of spare time, I was devoted to work or a baby or some self-care, or just reading, or going for a walk, or going to massage, or whatever. So my lesson learned is, don't do that. Don't do that. Like you're scheduling time for work, if you're working, schedule some time to see friends, or chat with them, or have Skype coffee with them regularly. It has to become your habit, because if you know my sentence, if you don't plan it will not happen. So just schedule it and make it regularly, because you will feel better. I really missed my friends, but I also didn't make them priority, and then it really, I really felt really alone. Just to take some water. So those are my three lessons learned on becoming mompreneur, that are related to self-care, because I didn't put self-care as a priority. So I put so many baggage on my shoulder, and I wanted to manage it all. You cannot manage it all, and don't try. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I didn't allow myself to have my free time, and to talk with my hubby about important things and what's going on inside me. And that's my second lesson learned. And the third is that I didn't put my friends as a priority. So those three things are really 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 important, because if you tackle each of them, you will see how much it is related to taking care about your mind, not going sane, taking care about your body because you have to go to for a walk and or to do something, and taking care about your inner processes. And it's hard for me to choose, for example, what is the most important. But I think that for my future self and the person I became now, I think the second one is the most important. So talking to your loved ones about the your what you are feeling, how are you feeling, what you're experiencing during the day, not only with the baby. Yes, you want to say, she smiled or she ate this and she ate this, but talk about you. He will see what's going on with the baby, but he will not see what's inside you. How do you feel? Do you feel trapped? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel exhausted? It's not something that they will see immediately. And because I think it's the one of the key things when you become mompreneur. That's why I created a free video training that has strange, funny name, like it is how to sell self-care to a family member. Um, the link for the video is for the training is below, and I tackle these important things on how to uh, make this communication with your loved ones productive, and also how to make them work for your relationship. So I'm not the advocate for arguing and having fights. We are in this with the love. We love each other. So yes, we need to do some serious conversations, but they are love conversations. It's nobody is there to judge. So that's why I made this training, because lots of women ask me, I don't know how to talk about it. So that's why I made it. So if you struggle with talking with your family members about the need for self-care that you feel, the link is below. Sign up and you will get complete training, and you will also get the worksheets that are going with there. So these are my 3 lessons learned. I wish I knew the 3 things I wish I knew when I became mompreneur. I hope you liked it. You liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to get new video each week. So goodbye for now.